Hey everybody, Rebirth the Legend here. In a couple of last videos I made, I think I just focused heavily on the impact that dying has, particularly on here like Anti-Mage or Alchemist. And so I wanted to look at this game. It's a game I played earlier today. It's a pretty rough game for me. I do a lot of really stupid mistakes where I'm like not being map aware. It's been probably like a week since I played. I don't know. I mean, like excuses, but I want to go over. I think I died 3 or 4 times in the game, and how each death impacted me. So that's mainly what we're going to be looking at. Just for the sake of like filling out the video, I'll probably talk a little about how I landed and stuff. I don't know why I have that queued up. I think I thought I was gonna be against a Bloodseeker, and Bloodseeker versus AM in like a 1v1 scenario is like impossible for the anti-mage because he doesn't give a shit about his mana and he just beats the crap out of you and then max heals. Um, but the support CM's really good. She zones out the offlaner, who's the dumbest lich in the world. Oh no, he did skill sack. Okay, maybe he's not dumb. Like I don't recall seeing my lane like sacrifice like really at all. I mean, it's possible I just wasn't being observant. Like I said, this game is about I think it's like 4,400 average or something. So it's an okay skill level game. So starts off pretty normal. I mean, I open PMS Tango. By my calling ASAP, deny the whole creep wave. He zones out the CM really, really well. I think he gets killed very quickly. And, like, one thing I should be looking at, like, I honestly thought I was leaning against a Bloodseeker or something. I got the Bloodseeker last, I was 4th pick. The Bloodseeker was their last pick, and then our Ember picked. So before that, that's like an okay game. Kunkka's kind of annoying. Invoker's a little annoying. Lich is kind of fine for anti-mage, except... Well, actually, it's like a catch-22. So, like, Lich doesn't do any real damage to anti-mage. I say that when he's actually the main cause of, like, 1 or 2 of my deaths. But, in general, Lich doesn't really do damage. Visage just kind of annoying when he's, like, a core or something. For some reason, I thought it was, like, a mid-Visage. And, like, I didn't adjust my train of thought, which is really bad. You should always go into a game and kind of adjust, like, how you're thinking. Adjust to the game like as the lanes like break down. So this is pretty rough. Like this is whatever. Yeah. So Lich is kind of whatever. It sucks for anti-mage because he can put you behind early in the lane, which can make your life a little difficult. That's kind of what happens this game. But there's also mistakes that compound it. Visage is kind of whatever. He can chain stun AM. He can do some burst when he gets like a solar crest. It can be pretty annoying to deal with, but he's not that bad either. Invoker just does some pure damage and whatever. And this combo is really annoying, because if he just keeps hitting me with Sunstrikes when I'm trying to, like, jungle or something, or, like, even in lane, just gets me low, like, the Bloodseekers can get really strong. And, like, AM early is, like, a low HP jungle-type hero, like, when you're in the jungle. So, like, it makes it really hard to, like, jungle that. Kunkka, obviously, like, X-Torrent, both combos, is pretty annoying for anti-mage, but overall, I thought it was an okay enough game. You know, it's the first one I'm playing, and I'm like, you know, I might as well just play my best hero. Like, that's also a factor. Like, am I going to pretend, like, oh, AM's the pick here? Like, there's probably better heroes, but it's comfort hero. I have, like, a 60-70% win rate on him. I'm like, fuck it. Let's do it. So this goes pretty normal. I opt for, like, an Oov over Boots so I can harass him a little more. I look at his items eventually. I notice he's got some regen and a Windlace. He gets smoked here. I think I use this gold to... Okay, so here's my logic here. I know, like, my supports are not going to sit here all game. I mean, they shouldn't, and they don't, and they accomplish a fair amount early on. They go kind of even in kill trading, so, I mean, it was kind of like a draw. And then we won top and mid, so overall, good enough. I opt for the early Ring of Health because I don't want to waste I only have 4 tangos, so I don't want to waste them. You want the Ring of Health against someone like a Lich over the Boots because you just know you're going to be taking all the regen. Or, sorry, a lot of harass. And, like, I need the tangos so that I'm not low enough for, like, Bloodseeker to get, like, fucked or some shit. That was a really good rotation from that CM. Really, really good. We barely etched that out. That was... No Oov yet. I'm going to get the Oov next. So I can buy Boots or an Oov, and I'll get decent harass. I opt for the Oov, because I think, like, I'll even compound it with Boots after that. And it lets me get a lot of extra shots on him. Overall, I think I laned fairly well here. There's situations where I should have side-pulled better, and I just kind of, like, wasn't aware. It's annoying when you eat those shots, but I didn't want to blink on him because it creeps. I'm also on a European server, so my ping in this game is, like, 100. So, like, I fuck up, like, 1 or 2 blinks, because they're, like, a little slower than I'm used to. When I play on US East, I have, like, 20 ping. I think this is the next blink I'm going to jack up. Like, it's going to be up in a second. I'm going to go for it. I don't think that was the one. That might have been it, though. But yeah, like, here, I think I should have tried aggressively pulling more. Now I'm just, like, having a farm war with, like, Lich, which is, like, kind of okay. But, he started off really behind, so, like, it's going to end up with us being even. Like, he's level 4, I'm level 5. How far is he into being level? Yeah, I'm, like, a whole level ahead of him right now. So, like, it should be kind of even, but after a fuck-up, he has, like, a huge landing advantage. He gets, like, a 2-level advantage on me. It's really bad. I get kind of unlucky with these stacks. So this is something I should have been doing earlier, too. Like, I side pull here, and I dip down to catch the creep wave, so my creeps get drawn there. My AA is actually rotating over as well, so the AA should be defending the pull. The AA does kind of position himself a little wrong. No, actually, no. It's the level problem, isn't it? 5, and the AA is 3. Okay, yeah, so that might have not worked out. No, actually, he's going to be, like, 2... So they're kind of even. So, here's the thing. Actually, yeah, he could have stood up here, because he's got cold feet. So he can either make the Lich walk towards him to harass him more, or make the Lich run away. Either way. So he should stand here to contest the pull. So when the Lich walks here, he icy feats the Lich. And the Lich has to choose, like, I could run up on him because I'm higher leveled than him, but then you have the anti-mage can blink and then harass him and kill him. Or he can play it safe and back up. Ultimately, this Lich is, like, a pretty bad laner. I guess, I don't know. We'll go through it. I don't think really he did a lot, but he's also a Lich, so, like, what can he do? Like, I free farmed, so I got the items that don't allow him to harass me down, so he's kind of boned. He just went for, like, max EXP with E, and then tries to, like, harass me a little bit when he can. Yeah, so he doesn't... Let's see what the AA chooses to do here. So, like, I walk forward to allow my creeps to get aggro to here without his creeps meeting them. I could have also let his creeps and my creeps go to the hard camp. That's something you can do as well. Like, if you can out-trade them, you can drag their creeps to the wave, and you can, like, farm their creeps and the ancient, or sorry, and a camp or a stack camp at the same time, and there's no problem with that. And even if you bring, like, your creeps, their creeps all over to the ancients, or sorry, the ancients, the neutrals, like, that's cool too if you can out trade them. Like, in this case, like, if he wants to stand there and try and, like, bother my creeps, I'm gonna blink on him. I'm gonna beat the shit out of him with mana break and Oov, and he's not gonna enjoy that at all. So, like, that's something I could have utilized more here as well. Like, trying to get both waves to, like, run away or get over here. Or even just pulling, like, his creeps and stuff. I spent too much time, like, near here. So, let's talk about that for a second. I spent too much time up in this area, like, not killing the creep waves quickly enough and getting harassed. Because I was kind of like, I don't want to sit here and auto-attack the creep waves, so I don't want to take too much Lich harass. But, like, I don't think I mitigated enough of the harass to justify not getting the pulls off, and I didn't kill the creep waves quickly enough, so I couldn't do both. It was kind of like a really awkward situation. That's really just, like, I'll be honest, like, I think it's just me being rusty. Like, I really haven't played a lot of Dota in the last, like, month or two. I played, like, some random, like, bullshit games. I actually played, like, one game on my Smurf, and I went, like, 0-14 on Alchemist. It was thoroughly embarrassing. It was really bad. So let's get to where this breaks down. So, like, here, like, in these moments, like, I'm spending too much time up here. Like, I'm going to miss this pull timing again, I think. I don't think I missed this one. I think I fuck it up. Like, here, I walk around that corner. If I quelled that tree, I would have gotten that pull. But instead, the creeps never attacked me because the range one wasn't there. Like, this just spawned another satyr, so now it just stacked again. That's another problem. Like, I can't go casually jungle this. Like, every time I want to jungle this, I'm going to lose, like, half my HP. And the problem is you have to kill the satyrs. Otherwise, like, any chip on these creeps just gets healed back up too quickly because satyrs, like, 6 fucking regen. It's retarded. So, like, I'd have to kill both 2 satyrs now. I see this, I get fucking kind of mad. Like, for things like this, it's okay to even bring your supports to do it, but you'll see I eventually get a pull, and I basically kill a whole camp with 1 pull, which is really good. Because, like, AM kills creeps, like, really hard when you skill like this. Like, you're doing a shit ton of damage to neutral creeps. Like, I'm doing, like, 150 damage, I think. Doesn't say it here. But, like, here, like, see, this is without a creep wave. I lost, like, 400 HP doing that for, like, 3 seconds. I think this is where I get it. I know, that's where I fail again. So, like, here, now that the Lich, I think, is gone, I just kind of push him. The Lich is, like, not showing up to their fight. It's, like, really annoying to me, because, like, I want this guy to show up to our fights, kind of, like, after they start, so I get, like, some free time to, like, push towards the tower. So I'm, like, really just not getting enough chip. I need to, like, justify this. Like, I laned well from, like a last hitting standpoint. I did okay. Like, I didn't get enough last hits, but it's a Lich, so, like, I basically just lost, like, 20. Oh, this is pretty fucking retarded. It's bad. Let's watch this whole fucking thing. I want to see this. Here's where I realized I got too low because Bloodseeker. I'm like, I need to get a Salve and a Tango get here. So I run away. I'm expecting a Sunstrike. I didn't actually think the Lich would run over here and try and figure out where I am. So here I'm just trying to Sunstrike juke, and then the Lich shows up, and I'm like, oh, fuck. So I jump here, I'm like, okay, phew, that went well. And then the next fucking bounce comes and puts me back into this stupid range. So now I have to still dodge while presumably the Lich is still chasing me. So I managed to dodge the Sunstrike. I send out a Clarity and whatever, and we go back to our lane. So that was okay. That was like a little greedy on my part, I guess. I get my Salve off. I think I get like 3/4 of the Salve before it gets interrupted by that stupid combo. Now they rotated 2 people up here, and they're not really gonna do anything. Like, I really just have to pay attention where the Bloodseeker is, and when he's level 6, like, I kind of gotta be like very aware. It makes me so mad how much better mid is now. It's really stupid. Okay. So just straight jungle this now. It's kind of like whatever. So I usually play like a really aggressive like anti-mage, and this game I played much more defensive because like I knew my brain was like kind of slow, so I'm like I'll just try and play like defensive and split pushy, and it works out kind of okay. Like when you build a Linken's or an Ags like really quickly on an anti-mage, like you're saying I'm not gonna die for the rest of this game. Like that is what you're saying to yourself. So 2 things: the difference between a Linken's and an Ags. People who you don't want them to use their ability at all, like you don't want Spirit Breaker to make you charge somewhere, kind of. That's really not that big of a deal because you can cancel it. And you don't want Legion to just make you make a duel. Like that would be stupid. So those people you don't build an Ags against. But the other reason not to build an Ags is actually a component of your passive, for those who are not aware. This is upgradable Agnums, and then it doesn't actually give me a description. Whatever. Yeah, Silver Edge disables it. So if you have someone like a Bloodseeker who naturally can build a Silver Edge, he can walk up Silver Edge and ult you, even with an Ags, and it's going to break it. So in situations where you're against a Linken, or that, you need to build Linkens instead of the Ags. Which kind of sucks, because like Ags is a lower cost investment. I don't need the mana regen from the... I kind of want the health regen from it, but like I'm not paying like 5,000 gold for like some small health regen, right? Okay, this is really bad. So me and the Ember are communicating. The last time I saw this Lich, I knew he had like no mana. I didn't actually realize he just ate a creep. So I jump in, ult him, do 0 fucking damage, and then get shreked by his ult again. And then me and this Ember both get killed, and we just completely threw our advantage. Like this AXP difference, this is horrible. This is where we screw up here. So let's look at our progress. Like this is the first main point. So before this death happens, right? Let's check this out. So I laned against the Lich, killed him a couple of times, had a relatively free and easy lane, only had to go to the jungle a little bit. Could have played a little more efficiently, probably could have worked in at this point. Maybe like 15 more creeps, I'd say, if I utilized the jungle camps a little better. Maybe like 10 or 15 more creeps would be pretty reasonable here. I don't think I could have done like that much more, but I definitely could have done more. And I probably could have denied him more, which is also kind of a big deal. So at this point, though, we're 1630. I'm sitting on 500 gold, most of my Battle Fury. And I have like this little additional oof, right? So if I just do nothing, I'm going to have my Battle Fury in about a minute of just farming. So I'm going to have about 1730 Battle Fury. Yeah, I'd say like 17-minute Battle Fury is what we're aiming for here. Always a noise when this portrait's fucked up. Which is okay. Like, ideally you want to get about a 14 to 16 minute. Anything past 16 is kind of bad, but I think these circumstances make it, like, a little better. Like I said, still errors I made in lane, like, quite a few of them. But yeah, I go for this kill, so I'm going to miss this huge creep wave. This Lich goes from being level 11. He's now tied with me because Lich Gaming, right? Mucks me with this thing. And then kills this guy, so he's now 12. And this Ember's dead as shit too. 13. This guy now just got a 2-level advantage on me from that fucking trade. Got his ult leveled up. Finishes a fucking Midas there, I think. Yeah. How much gold did he get for that? I have to know this too. I'm sorry. This is not the purpose of the video, but it's the purpose of my personal torment. Oh, okay, he didn't get that much. He got like 700. Because I know he didn't get the second kill. I'm pretty sure he didn't get the second kill. God damn it. It doesn't show the text box so I don't witness it. In replay? That's gay. Okay, yeah, so the Kung got that. So we got like 700 gold from that. Like, that's a pretty big deal this early on. Got a lot of fucking gold. So I'm dead for like 45 seconds or whatever. 11 times 4. Yeah, about 44 seconds I'm dead for. Missed probably 2.5 creep waves there, 3 creep waves. And now this guy can harass the fucking shit out of me, which is really bad. Like, I start poking him. He turns, just sacks my creep, just spits in my fucking face. And now I'm like behind against a really strong laner. So I have to like jungle here. And I still have to worry about a Bloodseeker who's like pretty over leveled because he didn't go against a goddamn Lich. So now I'm behind, like, let's look at this. I went from being like one of the highest level in the game because now I'm behind 3 of their heroes. I'm behind the Bloodseeker, who is my safe lane opposition, right? I'm behind against their Invoker because he's a fucking mid hero and it doesn't matter that he died 5 times. And Lich because Lich, right? So now I have a lot of people who can come into my lane and cause a problem. Generally at this point in a game on anti-mage, you're over-leveled. So now I'm not over-leveled, and I'm still 600 away from my battlefury at the time in which I should have had it for like 30 seconds. So this one death cost me about 3 waves of creeps, right? And those 3 waves of creeps are about 250 each or so. So that's 750 gold that would have completed my battlefury. I gave my enemy probably... We'll just split the thing. We'll probably get... well, I guess we have to count the Kunkka too. So we'll say I gave my enemy collectively 500 gold because I also caused my Ember to feed. And it was just really bad. Like, I kind of get into in the other video, like, you really always have to weigh, like, okay, I go for this kill. This kill gets me on an under-leveled Lich. Like, whoever gets a kill, maybe me and that guy will split, like, 300 gold, right? And even if I lose a lot of HP going for that kill, which I didn't think I would, but hypothetically, even if I like lose it, like they TP in, I get hit with a Sunstrike or something, like now I have to worry about a Bloodseeker who can see me, and then whatever. Like maybe a Sunstrike if the Sunstrike's not what got me low, maybe a bunch of other weird shit, maybe I have to send out tangos, like whatever. There's a bunch of weird things that can like cost you stuff. Maybe it'll scare you out of lane, because maybe like, maybe the Invoker TP's in, right? And then I have to back out of lane. I can't go in lane too easily against an Invoker. Maybe I triggered just like 2 other people to come here too. So now I'll be like an Invoker and a Visage or an Invoker and a Kunkka or something. So now I don't want to go into lane. I have to go into jungle. So I'm effectively losing farm just because I forced other rotations here. Like those things don't happen in this particular instance, but that's stuff that could happen that leads to you losing farm. So Anti-Mage just wants to get to his battlefield as quickly and safely as possible. I get over aggressive here. Go for a kill because my Ember brings it up. I'm like, yeah, that should be doable because he had no mana, and I'm like, what can he do with no mana? But he's a fucking Lich, so 40 mana turns into 600 mana pretty damn quick. And you know, the rest is history. So I went from what would have been about a 17-minute battlefury or so to dying again. Forgot about that. That's my second death. So this is really bad. We went from having a 17-minute battlefury to being still 600 gold away. I guess I have a higher amount of reliable right now. No, I don't. I'm just losing 200 gold every time I die. Yeah, so I TP back in and get immediately ruptured because I'm not paying attention to the map properly, or I don't see the gank coming. It's really bad. It's really, really bad. So now I go from having a 17-minute battlefury, which you're like, I'm not happy, but it's workable, to I think I end up with like a 20, almost a 21-minute battlefury. So it sets me back 4 minutes on my battlefury timing, which is really disgusting. It's really bad. And now, like, that's bad battlefury timing to begin with, right? Because the lane's kind of gimped, and I played like shit. So, and then I double it down by, like, going there and dying again. So that pushes me back another minute, or probably over a minute there, too, while feeding my enemy. Which is really bad. So we're getting some good kills here. My team's holding it together. Like, I died 2 times. Like, this game is going really well for us until I get me and the Ember killed, and then I die a second time right after that, right? I think I have some pretty good map awareness in this game. We're going to find out while we're watching the replay. I think this is where I'm about to, like, call, like, a rotation. So we go here. I get... Oh, no, we're too far ahead. Never mind. I don't know when the hell happened. I, like, ran all the way to here to farm once. I don't know how the fuck I missed it. Yeah, so we go down here because their tier 1's dead. Odds are they're not going to come here until I get really close to the tower. So we finally finish our battlefury. We get our second ring of health because we don't ever want to get low for bloodseeker. We want to be able to utilize ancients. These ancients in particular will take a lot of HP. Because we have 2 sources of regen, we're going to regen up from that just fine, even while heavily jungling. This is another game where it's a really awkward defensive posture because I am going Linken's next, so I don't have the Manta, which could give me some kill potential on people when they TP and shit like that. Like, if this Bloodseeker wasn't so far ahead because I'm a bad Dota player, I could, like, man up on this guy, and usually at this point in the game, like, I could turn stuff on him. This is actually a big turning point in the game. I kind of want to show... Like, there's a lot of people, like, I play a very AFK-style anti-mage, but it's really important to know, like, when you need to show up to shit, right? So let's analyze this fight. I see the Bloodseeker was just forced TP'd here. My team's fighting middle. They're all using Mike, which is really, really nice, because I'm really bad at, like, map awareness. I play a lot of stat games, so I'm used to people talking and communicating. So, like, looking at fights and, like, having fight awareness when I'm not at the fight is something I'm very not great at. But I hear them talking, like, yeah, we're taking this fight. See the Bloodseeker TP here? I'm like, I'm fucking going to this. Because I know my team at this point, it's at a pretty big experience deficit. 6K. What the fuck? Come on, get out of my way, Kyrie Irving. I don't know who the fuck you are. And gold, we're about even. So if I show up to this fight, we're at a gold advantage because let's see how much gold they have. They have 33,000 gold, and this guy is, like, what, 11K of it? He's the highest net worth. He's 10K of it. So now this fight, in terms of net worth, is us at a 10K advantage, pretty much. Because it's about 9K advantage. And, like, I'm still pretty tanky at this point in the game, because I opted for the 150 health. You know, I have a battlefury, and they're heavy, heavy magic damage. So barring getting nailed by a Sunstrike, I'm actually pretty fucking tanky. And the fight had already started, so I know, like, I'm probably not going to get bursted down here. I might be able to get a few kills, finish some people off, and ultimately I'll have my team's back, you know? Showing up to a fight is also pretty good for morale. Because teams don't like playing, like, you know, completely alone the whole fucking game. And at this point, I'm pretty far behind. So showing up to this fight, this is where we clutch it. But, like, that's awareness, right? Like, we saw the Bloodseeker go down here. I think he just beelines for the fight, right? Yeah, so he's running for the fight to try and get cleanup, but his whole team's fucking dead when he gets here. I don't know if he actually gets anything from it, but I don't fucking care. Yeah, so that was huge. Like, that was a big turning point for the game. It gets me a big ways to my it gets me a long way to my Linken's. And it kind of sucks to have to go Lincoln second. I almost never do this. I might get a Lincoln's a third item, or do some weird crazy build if I think I need a Lincoln's, where I get a Lincoln's first, and then maybe like a Maelstrom or something dumb as shit like that. But I opt to go for it next because, like, in theory, if I just don't ever die, like, we win the game, right? And it also makes me pretty tanky. So we harass and annoy the shit out of our Lich. Oh, there's actually something really funny that's going to happen here. So I don't really die for a lot longer. Like, this actually goes pretty well for us. I'm having trouble kind of finding farm and playing really aggressively because they're TPing a lot in response, which is bad. Like, it's good, but it's bad. Like, it hampers my farm because I have to, like, move in places. My Ember's also, like, he farms quite a lot, too. How much creeps does he have? 140. Nah. He farmed a lot early on. He had, like, 100 at, like, 15 minutes when I did. And then he just, I guess, didn't farm too much after that. I was just looking for kills. Fucking Euro Dota, man. Now I basically finished my Lincolns, and I can play a little more aggressively now. Still, when they TP a lot of people, I still have to be scared. They have a lot of ways to break my Lincoln sphere. This is pretty much just gonna... This gets me out of, like, a few situations that would otherwise be very sticky. So it definitely enables me to play more aggressive than I want to. So in this situation, this is awkward. Like, this comes down to, like, I have an Ember with Boots of Travel and Lincolns on my team. So, like, it's really awkward because we're very defensively built right now. Like, we have 2 Midases, right? 2 Midases here, a Lincoln's here, and a Lincoln's here. We have a lot of gold invested that doesn't actually really do too much at this point in time. So, like, while we talked about a gold advantage earlier, I'll have to, like, change that statement a little bit. That's probably a very close to even fight that we won before. Because Lincoln's isn't really a damage item, right? So they can still kill our team just as easily, and then he's, like, a little harder to kill. And the Nyx and the AA are sitting on, like another 2K of, like, worthless gold. So collectively, we have, like, 14K of, like, gold that's just, like, waiting to actually have a purpose. So we should be getting body right now, and we're holding our ground pretty well. Here they all disappear off the map. I think they could be smoking our woods or smoking here. Let's see if I was right. Nope, they're just... Like, there was a few places they could have been. They could have been here. They're probably not over here, otherwise someone would be farming that, right? Like, you know... Well, you could have idiots who think farming woods is just as good as lane, but, like, they should be farming this. If they're in that area, they should be beelining for the lane. The lane's been pushing for a little while. So they could be right here, or they could be smoking, going for, like, our woods or something. So let's look at this. Like, let's look at the options we have here. I could try and go into here and look for aggressive farm. Let's see what kind of death sentence that is. Free camera? I'd be near quite a few people, right? I really fucking hate this game sometimes. Yeah, but my whole jungle here is farmed out. This lane's pushed like too far for me to feel safe when everyone's off the map. Is my TP on cooldown? My TP's not on cooldown, but I think my Ember Spirit's over here. Or I can TP here, but like everything else is like kind of far away. And that's the other place they could be right now that I'm not too sure about. So we kind of just stand around over here for a little bit. I kind of wait, and then I just kind of like go there, show, maybe I can draw them, and then I just walk back as the camps are spawning. Because I had like 15 or 20 seconds till the camp spawns. A really awkward, inefficient moment. The other problem is like the Ember's taking a lot of the farm where I'd want to go, because he has Travels and Lincolns, and probably a cooldown talent. No, it's level 25 now. So you can go to a lot of the places where I would normally be. They're kind of redundant heroes in that respect. Like, if you did a Veil build, it wouldn't be as redundant, but the way he's playing is just... It's basically the same way like I'm playing. So you really don't want to build a lineup like that, but, I mean, he picked what he picked. So at this point, I have 260 creeps at 28 minutes. We're starting to get to 10 creeps a minute. It's pretty bad. So here I get really cocky. This is the other death that's, like, really bad. So I'll try to explain how this fucks me here. So I need to get to a Manta next, and that'll make me like a pretty decent kill threat. Like, finally I'll be on the board to be a fucking kill threat and not just like hopefully something they waste a spell or two on. Once I have the Manta, like if a Kunkka TPs, I might be able to kill him. If a Lich TPs, I might be able to kill a Lich. A lot of those people can still kind of run away. But like if they TP and they're like a little low or something, or I get them in like a decent position, like let's say they're let's try and give an example here. Let's say he TP's in like right here. If I blink to this side, Manta, like he has to like run around my illusions to get there. So I might do enough damage to then get an ult off and kill someone. So our situation with just the Manta is enough to like kill some people, depending on how aggressive they play. Particularly if I bring the Oov out. I think I keep that in my inventory, so like it's a possibility. But it's really important to get that because it's also some really necessary stats. So like even when I'm in fights, like I'm more tanky. If I get ruptured, I have a little more HP to like blink around and be stupid. Here, I think, what the fuck was I thinking here? I should record the game because like for some reason like, oh okay, I see orange in middle. Yeah, the map information was there, right? Like we don't have really aggressive wards or anything, but I know no one's down here, right? I saw one middle. I don't even think I saw purple at that time, right? Yeah, I mean, purple's a Sunstrike, right? So he doesn't even need to be there. Like, wherever he is kind of irrelevant. Wait, purple? Am I retarded? It's an illusion rune? Is that what confused me here? Oh, no, it's Forges. That's what I was saying on the minimap. Yeah, so this is a really bad fuck up. Keep in mind, I'm at 1,500 gold right now, right? Probably farming close, like, around 1,000, 1,200 gold a minute. You know, slowly but surely. So we're going to die here, like a fucking idiot. Get completely smoke showed. Commit suicide with the blink. I bought out, so I didn't lose, like, that. Wait, hold on. Did I not buy out there? Man, that's going to make me really mad if I didn't buy out. Okay. Yeah, when I get Tornado, I buy out. So I don't even lose gold here, right? From the death. But I'm dead for 68 seconds. We're saying 1,200 gold a minute. So I fed a Bloodseeker, 500 gold. Gave his team some gold. Gave them a shit ton of experience, right? Like, keeping them on par with experience for me. Really, really bad. And 1,200 gold, or I lost 1,200 gold from dying, right? Also really terrible. I think that might be the last death. No, there's one more death. I just don't remember. Oh, okay. This is really bad. The next death is really bad. I thought like it might have lost us the game. It's really arrogant. It's another time where I'm going to get a DD rune. It's going to happen right after that. So here's like standard, like just split push and fighting. My team's like setting up for this fight, and I like push the. Well, we'll actually look how this went. This is another one where. Hold on, this went from being a good idea to a bad idea, I think, right? So they're not showing. We see like 1 or 2 people here, and I'm like, we're all kind of in position. We might be able to fight. They all end up at this fucking fight somehow, though. They're all, these guys just love fighting. It's on Europe East, I think. It says Austria server. I thought the Europe East server was in like Russia or something, but I guess not. So here we get a really big pick on the Invoker. Invoker's a great hero for you to go on in these fights, because watch this. He's gonna fuck himself. Boom, Tornado, boom, Sunstrike, boom, Invoke. I get on him, gets a little low, because I think... No, he didn't get Mana Burn. He got someone else's nuke. I don't know whose it was. I don't think it... Maybe it was the AA nuke? What hits him? Oh, okay. He Sunstruck himself with the Nyx thing. Man, that fucking hurts. So I get like a few swipes on him, and then I just fucking nuke him down. And so this the fight goes okay, I think. Actually, it doesn't. I think we just kill the Invoker. And they get catch kills there. Because we're diving under tower against a Kunkka, so someone's going to get X back. But I managed to survive. I get to TP top and start split pushing. I'm like, hey guys, this is okay. They got a support and an offlaner for the Invoker. That's even. Nope, Ember does. This is every time I'm like looking for salvation, trying to motivate the masses. All of a sudden, my fucking Ember dies like every fucking time. It's really bad. I'm gonna feel bad about the next death too. I'll watch the whole game, I guess. So here, I knew the Blitz. Okay, so this fight ends. I push top, right? I want to explain exactly what happened here. So I think this is like a really important pattern to kind of know. So, I TP'd from that fight, TP'd up here. They know I'm here because I pushed the lane. You put a priority on always pushing the lane. I know the enemy is down here, right? Because we just had a huge team fight where it was like a 5-on-5 that I booked it and they killed 3 people. So they're all going to be in that area, which means I have plenty of time to push up here. But I can also be pretty sure that someone's going to show up here and fuck with me because they've been doing it the whole fucking game. I can't hit a tower without getting like 2 damn TPs, right? So we push this wave. We can anticipate that someone's going to be showing up here. So it ends up being like the Bloodseeker. So I tapped that. If they didn't fort there, I would have hit it a little more, and then I would have TP'd back up, right? Like, that's probably the route I would have went. I think I would have taken a few more swipes at it, maybe blinked into the tree line, and then slowly blinked north until I could cross over. But I'd probably wait till I saw someone deal with the creep wave at the tower. Otherwise, I'd be scared they like TP here and they're running looking for my retreat path. But they fort there, and I'm like, okay, we got to be a little efficient here. So we blink to this camp. I think I telegraph this blink. Like, as soon as they glyph it, I think I walk, and I turn, and then I blink to it. Like, they know where I TP'd. Yeah. So I telegraph the blink by walking a little bit. So I know they're aware of this. So if you're trying to gank an anti-mage use here, right? You're going to TP either to this tower, if you have some way to sneak up on me, right? Like a blink initiate or whatever, or this thing. Odds are it's probably coming from here, because I know it's not here. I know they don't have Shadow Blades. I know they don't have blink initiators. So I know the TP is most likely coming here. Let's see where it is. Okay, I get a Kunkka TP there, and then a Bloodseeker running at me. Okay. But we know, like, the odds, they're probably not going to... I think he ran there. There's no way he fucking TP'd there. If he TP'd there, I have to eat, like, all my fucking... No, he doesn't. Okay. They're not going to TP here to stop a split pusher up here, right? But you're an anti-mage, so you can do weird routes, like go here to here and then back to your woods. They won't expect that. Like, I'm not even really anticipating... If I don't see anyone here and nothing happens, like, I'm probably... Maybe I'll farm these Ancients. But this game's really tense, so I don't even think I'd consider farming the Ancients. If they fort it, blink right here, get that. Most likely a gank TP coming there. They barely had time. Like, did he fuck that up? Oh, no. He... I had a... Did an X break that? Something broke that. That was actually way closer than I realized. I want to say they may have screwed that up a little. I'm not sure which thing my Lincoln's blocked, but I don't really care to go back and look. But yeah, so that's like the idea behind that. Like, it was closer than I thought it was, but I know I have the low blink cooldown, right? Because I took the 1 second. I know I'm pretty tanky. Where even if they got that, like, I think I had a TP up or it was pretty close to up. I pushed that whole thing with a TP. It would have been pretty close to up at that point. It probably took me No, it's 70 seconds. No, it's probably down for 25. But yeah, so we blink through this, go back up here. Then we have good times. My Manta's almost done, so I'm going to get cocky. It's going to be really fun, and then I'm going to die. That's going to be our next death that puts us behind. So now I'm, like, barely ahead of this guy. Like I want to stress, this net worth thing shouldn't be close. Like, he's got a fair amount of kills. He didn't buy a Midas or anything. He's got a Radiant, so he farms, like, reasonably quick. It should be a fair bit ahead of him, though. He's got more kills. So I'm only, like, 600 gold ahead of their fucking Bloodseeker, who's a pretty hard anti-mage counter. So I'd say I overestimate my position a few too many times. I see them getting ready to push here, so my first thought is to creep cut. We make our way over the creep cut, get there in time, take this. The way you want to farm after this is, like, I can't go for that camp because I'm going way too much towards them. You can take this camp. I see the courier. I barely missed this thing. I'm like, oh, tell her. Nope. I only need one swipe on that courier to kill it, so it's close. It's close, but we fucked up. Go here, get their ancients. And then make our way top to get that pushing. Like, I was pretty sure that once I did this movement, like, I was pretty sure that they weren't going to deal with this, but they're probably going to start rotating more over to me. Like, yeah, the Bloodseeker switch beelining for mid right now. This guy just loves me. I mean, that's his job, right? So, how mad can I be? So we push this just one wave, and then we get the fuck out, right? Perfect. The Bloodseeker TP'd to screw with me more. He tried running mid, so I went top, TP top. Misses the kill again because of the Lincoln Sphere. Like, I'm playing more risky than I would if I didn't have the Lincolns, right? But if I didn't have the Lincolns, like, I could hypothetically man up on him, right? And, like, maybe that would work. So here, like, I have a shit ton of mana, right? Like, I'm 19 regen a second. Usually at this point, if you have, like Vlad's battlefury or something and a Manta, I think your regen's about, like, 6 or so. We have a Crystal Main, a Lincolns, and a battlefury. We have a shit ton of mana. Spam the shit out of your Manta to safely split push. Like, keep getting stuff pushed as far as you can to them. So I have a Arcane Rune now, so I can, like, safely just do this and we'll be up really quickly. It's basically free. Oh, never mind. I take this tower. I forgot. I was thinking of a different time when I did something. Maybe in a whole different game, because I don't think that'll be applicable here. Yeah, so I blink TP, get that tower, get back home, and get top pushed. Where the fuck does this guy go? He's just trying to fuck with me. Yeah, so we pulled ahead of him in terms of, like, experience. We're pretty ahead in gold. The death has to be coming soon. So here's a really, really big thing, okay? So here, you're going to start getting a little cocky, right? You're an anti-mage, pretty farmed, you got a lot of defensive items, you got a lot of way to fuck with things, right? So we're going to start pushing a little farther forward. Realistically, if we're paying attention to the map, I think no one's over here, right? We got wards there, we see no one's pushing this wave. Mid, like, how much should they be doing here? They're all on this side of the map, like 100%. Okay, we got a Lich over here, and their whole... So fucking annoying. Oh, okay. Only two are over here. 2 of them are up here. Who the hell are we missing? Visage? Lich? Kunkka? Oh, it's not showing, but I guess the Kunkka's there too. Bugged his shit. Wow, they really just did have their supports just completely out of position. But yeah, this doesn't even... Like, I'm not even scared here for a second, because what I have pre-selected, as soon as... Okay, so here's what they have to do, right? They have to break my Lincolns and do something else, like, the exact same time, right? Because like, when I get to this point, when I'm here, and I'm like, you know, Danger Will Robinson in my fucking head, I have my finger on my Manta. You'll see as soon as I hear the Lincolns pop, I Manta this. Boom. Manta, gone. That looks slow. It looked like I was a little slow on the Manta. There's, like, keep in mind, I am at 100 MS right now. But I definitely, I remember thinking, finger on Manta, all my strength treads, Manta, get the fuck out. Any blue rupture on a Manta illusion, because they're going to have 2 things selected at the same time. And when you use a Manta, it cancels all their pre-discerned actions. So even if you had, like, a Kunkka who was trying to X me, and a rupture coming through at the same time, like, you have to have 2 of those things happening at the same time. If you Manta quickly enough, the one that's in succession, unless they go off at literally, like, the same exact, like, 50 milliseconds, or, like, I don't know, I guess a cool reaction, like, within the same, like, 0.8 milliseconds or some, or 0.8, 80 milliseconds, then you're going to be able to Manta break their action select. So, like, he had the Rupture queued up, but then it got canceled, and then he had to click it, and he just clicked an illusion. So then I get to blink away, and just, you know, be me, drew 2 cores top. This ends up going, like, full retard, actually, too. The Ember wants to, like, come here and be stupid. Me and this Ember get up to a lot of shenanigans together. He BKBs, this whole thing's over. But we waste, I think it's a 10-second. Yeah, it's a 10-second BKB. So we're going to waste a 10-second BKB. That's a pretty big deal. We could theoretically take a fight within the next minute, and you won't have a BKB. Let's talk about our next death and how that impacts us. We're going to get there pretty soon. It doesn't happen much after this. Oh, wait, is this it? This isn't it. Oh, this is actually really funny. Okay, so here's why this happens, right? I'm TPing here. I actually stopped this TP. I was slamming. I hit S for some reason. I don't know why. Like, I don't know what I was thinking about, but I was slamming. I slammed S, canceled my TP here. I was trying to buy a Vit booster. I don't know why I would slam that to buy a Vit booster. Like, nothing here makes sense. Maybe I was trying to type Vit booster. I have no fucking idea. For some reason, I canceled my TP. I'm safely up in this tree line. I want to go here. I want to go farm their woods. My 2 supports are bottom. I know my Ember is near here, so I don't want to be in this area anymore. I want to go back down here, farm this area out. We're also approaching the respawn for all the creeps. That's kind of what I want to do. For some fucking... I'm like, oh god, I got X. And I'm like, nope, just a dumbass. Just having dumbass problems. So I have to, like, do this. Don't have my finger on my Manta. For some reason, like... I guess I thought they would be over here. I'm not sure what it was. I think it's either this or when I die. I thought my team was like taking. No, it's when I die is when I think this. This was like kind of reckless, but I get into the tree line, but they think I have a TP because they haven't seen me TP across the map. They can't find me. I'm just like derping here. I'm not like blinking around. I'm holding my blink because I don't want to blink somewhere. They even get vision and then my blink's on cooldown. I see him going for this. Boom, snatch it. Get a creep wave casually. And then run the fuck away. Oh no, I don't get a casual creep wave. I run the fuck away. No, I Manta push it. There we go. Safely Manta push. Because like none of them are showing on the map again, so like I want to annoy them, but I don't want to kill myself, so we do that. Still like a pretty even game, but like it gets blown out against them. Like some really dumb shit. It's actually really... It's funny. So the throwing moment that we have is just followed up by like a complete throw by them. Like they get a huge advantage here. I think it's about to happen. I'm going to push this, Manta it, and then I'm going to go get like a DD ring or some shit. Wait. What? Did I miss the DD rune death? Why did I just die here? Okay. So my team was talking, and I thought they were taking an engagement here. So I see him go on me, and I'm like, I'll Manta and kill him with my Basher and fuck with him. So here, he gets the right person with the Atos, and then I get meteored, and everything just goes shit. I'm like, wait, team? I thought team was an engagement. Team was not an engagement. Teams makes me sad. So yeah, that's a real fuck up. I thought they were having like a multi-person engagement. So I thought there'd only be, at most, 2 people here. And if the enemy's fighting, like, they probably have 1 or 2 fucking cores there, right? But nope. They're all here, and I get murdered. I'm like, it's okay, team. Sorry, my bad. I really fucked up there. And that's a horrible fuck up. That is a really, really bad fuck up at this point. You have a Lincoln. The whole point is to play safe. Went full retard, died. Really bad jujus. I think I even got nailed by the Rupture. Like, I was so fucked there. I'm pretty sure I was ruptured. Blinked. No, I'm not ruptured. I'm everything else in the world because this guy fucking hurts. Yeah, he did like 1100 physical damage or some shit. Not that farmed. So I apologize profusely to my team for being so bad at life. I'm like, hey guys, all we have to do, like, keep in mind, like, me and this Ember have been still pushing them into the ground. Like, their creep waves are like horribly out of position, right? They have to deal with that one. Even their mid creep wave, which is the farthest pushed up one, which is where I died, is basically just barely past their like tier 2, closing out their tier 1. I'm like, team, I died. Everyone just chill. Play back. The only way we lose this is if everyone somehow fucking dies here. If you say it, they will do it. So our Ember gets aggressive as shit again because he decided hitting creeps wasn't fun. Well, stress. This is like bad play too, right? So my Ember is playing really aggressive. I'm gonna criticize this guy because he had 100 creeps at like 16 minutes, and we are 24 minutes later. So it's like 150% of the time has passed. He's got items online that should let him farm more, like travels and a Lincoln's, and he's only put together another 100 creeps in 24 more minutes. That's the sign of someone who's just looking for way too much action. And he was like all over the like. Here's the thing: he was like in areas I wanted to farm. So like I don't know what he was doing. He must have just been TPing, looking for kills, and running away. Like I'm pretty sure that's the only explanation for why he has so little farm when he was constantly in places that I wanted to be farming. Because it happened a shit ton of times. So he's like looking for this kill really aggressively, like just knowing to give it the fuck up. How many remnants does he have here? He's got 2 remnants. Goes for this guy. Like, you don't have detection. He can go invis and just fuck you, right? He tries to remnant out and gets killed. Alright, well, at least our CM's alive. Nope, CM's gonna get caught too. She run past the ward. I'm almost 100% she dies. Yeah, okay, she is dying. She's not looking. Oh, wait, I'm not looking? She actually almost gets out here, too. If she won TP'd, she actually gets out here. Or if she won ulted, maybe she kills one. So yeah, like I'm like, team, just get back, play chill, we'll be okay. And instead, they all fucking die, like, in sequence. Like worst case scenario. Only benefit is that we somehow killed this fucking Invoker, I guess. But this guy just still hits hard as shit, and they have a Visage, so we still have problems. Well, I gotta confirm something. No, it doesn't work like that. Solar Crest does? I don't know. I could have sworn I heard something that, like, you still get the building armor down from that, but you don't? That didn't seem to make any sense. So I'm pretty sure they stack, too. So at this point, when I died, I bought out my Vanguard. I once again didn't lose gold. It's a really risky proposition. My whole team's up. Oh, split pushes, their map's done. Their map's, like, pushed in. I'm like, okay, like, we're going to be fine. I don't need to buy back here. Or I'm not going to need to buy back, so I bought out my items so I don't lose any gold. Because I think my item progression is really important. Because once I have that Abyssal, Invoker becomes food, Visage is food, Lich is food, Kunkka's food, Bloodseeker, not food, but I can deal with him, right? Once you have the Basher or a full Abyssal, you can deal with them pretty well. So, like, I'm okay. I thought it was a fine risk. I do respawn in time to defend base. They get here, they fucking commit. I get here, they kill my fucking AA who's criminally out of position because he doesn't understand Dota. Nah, that's mean. I mean, I'm gonna say all my teammates were very nice this game. We communicated really well. Everyone was really cool. One of them apparently lives near me, which is really, really odd. I never encountered people who live near me. And I was like, yeah, I live near New York City. And he's just like, where? And I'm like 40 minutes. I said I live in New York. That's why I can play here. He's like, where in New York? And I'm like 40 minutes from, like, the city. He's like, I'm in this place. And I was like, he had a kind of an accent. I'm like, I don't know what you're saying. He's like, it's near Tarrytown, which is, like, literally, like, 10 minutes from me. I'm like, dude, we're best friends. And, like, the only time I encounter someone who lives near me is when I'm, like, on a server on a whole different continent. So I don't know if he was just fucking around with me, but he said Tarrytown. Like, who knows Tarrytown? Like, Tarrytown is what, if anyone listening to this actually knows anything about American, like, lore, I guess? Like, the Headless Horseman and Sleepy Hollow, that's Tarrytown. Tarrytown is, like, the renamed Sleepy Hollow. It's like the oldest town in, like, New York is Westchester. And that's where the Headless Horseman and the colonial settlers and all that shit, that's where that is. It's a pretty affluent, rich area now. It's very big. It's right north of the city. And so this guy lives like 15 minutes away from me, and I thought it was pretty funny. But whatever. So yeah, I got my Vanguard, my treads, and I'm sitting at like 3,000 HP. I think Rupture's down. Yeah, Rupture. I assume I knew Rupture was down because of reasons. So I know I can play like pretty aggressive here, because what the fuck are they gonna do? We hit this guy, get a few swipes, back up, dodge the silence, and beat the shit out of things. Those fucking instances, man. Ridiculous. I mean, sure, I'm gonna kill him anyway, but it makes me sad. I don't know how that Bloodseeker got wrecked so bad. Where does he go with this Glimmer? Just jukes right back, huh? What a player. Oh. I farmed this creep wave and assumed he went here and tried to TP in that little niche. Thought I was going to look really cool. Instead, he winds up over here. And then for some reason tries to, like, kill my Nyx. And gets murdered for it. I don't think he gets that Nyx. Like, you don't have the damage for that. Yeah, like, you know I'm nearby. Like, why wouldn't I come and kill you? Just really greedy play. But yeah, so we turn that into murder. Like, game ends here. Well, more or less ends. Go here, we pick off an Invoker, Bloodseeker, buys back, gets killed again over here, and then, you know, rest is history. We take this, I back up as the Invoker spawns just to play it safe, we back up Roshan, take their shrines, my team takes a fight down here, and I just do anti-mage things and take their up here. They're really mad they lost because they don't understand Dota, and that they were on a time constraint that they lost. And Dota. But yeah, so I want to give examples, like give like real visual examples at like a higher level MMR game, because I look at a lot of games that are in the area of like somewhere between 1500 and 3K. So this is like mid 4K. It's not super high caliber game, and particularly considering how I played. But I want to give an idea of and just like show like how much like viewing those deaths like affects my timings in a game, and like we talked like. And it's a snowball effect, right? Like every death, like my first 2 deaths were in sequence, cost me like literally like 4.5 minutes off of battlefury, which if you think about it, we say that's going to let you farm at 1,000 gold a minute, right? So I lost 4,000 gold from that death, like just from farming time of having a battlefury, I lost 4,000 gold. So that's like almost my whole Lincoln Sphere when you combine in the actual gold loss from the death, which is like another 600 gold. Lincoln Sphere is like 49.50 or some shit. So I literally lost from those 2 deaths like an entire Lincoln Sphere. If you actually think about like the whole like game effects of that, and then not having a Lincoln Sphere makes me have to play defensive for longer, right? I get the Lincoln Sphere like 6 minutes after I have the Battle Fury, so like I farmed that reasonably quickly, while having played like a coward. But like I stopped playing like a coward, and I started farming pretty quickly after that. And just think about how that snowballs into more and more income. Like just talking about in terms of getting to my Lincoln Sphere, which is my next time after my Battle Fury, I lost 4,500 gold, like conservatively. Nah, I guess it's not conservative, whatever. We'll say 800 gold a minute, right? I'll just say 800 gold because that's how much GPM I had on my way to my Lincolns. 800 times 4 is 32. Plus, we'll say at minimum, I'd say I lost like 3,700 gold, up to 4,600 gold. Somewhere in that range is the amount of gold I lost from those 2 deaths in sequence. And then literally had a snowball effect where I was playing at parity with their goddamn Bloodseeker for the rest of the fucking game until their dumb catastrophic fight here, which caused a buyback. Now it looks like I blew him out in farm, but this game was like completely even. Like what, like 5 minutes ago? Let's go back 5 minutes. Look, I'm 500 gold ahead of this guy, and then the game ends and I'm 10,000. Gold. Like this end score screen is deceptive as shit there. But you have to like take into account the like snowball effect of your deaths, particularly on heroes like Alchemist and AM. Like every death has enormous effects. Like to briefly discuss how it's really bad on Alchemist too. Every one of Alchemist's item progression like accelerates his farm. Like, oh, I have a Radiance, now I can farm waves really quickly. Oh, I have Travels, now I can get to the waves I want to farm much faster. Because you get a move speed bonus from the travels, and you can travel directly to creep waves. So anytime you think you're in a risky area, boom, you go to a safer area, farm out the jungle, push out waves, and then you just keep repeating. Then you get either your Octarine Core or your Manta. Manta lets you push more aggressively, farm more creeps with Manta illusions. Octarine lets you spam Acid and spam travels more, so you can get to places quicker. You're more tanky, so you can play more aggressively. Like in team fights, you're very tanky at that point. And then when you get the Manta, obviously, like, that compounds too. Now you have a decreased Manta cooldown, you can split push more, blah, blah, blah. Like, I mean, obvious things. But, like, each one of those things adds a substantial amount of GPM to Alchemist. So once you step back one, it compounds into the next, which compounds into the next, which compounds. Like, it's really, like, on those 2 heroes and anyone who flash farms, your deaths compound very rapidly in ways you don't necessarily realize at the time. But thanks for watching. I guess I rambled a little bit. I'm kind of tired. I worked like 23 hours yesterday. I only slept for like 5. That I've been up doing things. But I hope I provided enough content where I kind of like drove home the point of like how each death impacted my individual timings at each death point. Talked a little bit about map awareness and movements and like how to look at things at that perspective. I will add the caveat to that. Like when I did that blink from top tier 2, where like the Kunk and the Bloodseeker went on me and failed to kill there, that is a pretty greedy / risky play. When in doubt, always just play safer, particularly on a hero like Anti-Mage. I want to stress, like, the higher GPM hero you play, the higher farming hero you play, the bigger the downfall is for you dying, because you're feeding more gold and obviously losing potential gold. So yeah, like when in doubt, just always just err on the side of safety. You know, unless you're Havos and you just want to push limits for the fuck of it. But if your goal is to win games and like learn to play like Anti-Mage and those heroes, like avoid the risks until like you're ready to, you know, play on that razor's edge. Unless the game's in the shit can, because then you could just do risky shit. Like when games are fucked anyway, you can do risky stuff and see how it pays off. Like I've had plenty of games I dragged out for another 35 minutes because I went like battlefury Manta Rapier because my team's like we've lost like a tier 1 already. I'm like, fuck it, I'm buying a Rapier. Like we've lost a set. They have a very pushy team, and I'm just like, I maybe get like a big mana void or something, or I was almost at like my next item, which would usually be an Abyssal Blade, and I just go, fuck it, I'm buying a Rapier, and we'll see how it goes. So when the game's fucked, like you can feel free to experiment and like play more greedy or aggressively or odd than you usually would. But like in a standard game where you're just trying to look for a win, like in this one, try and err on the side of caution. But cool, I'm gonna end the video there. As always, anyone can feel free to add me on Steam or send me a message on Reddit, say your name on Reddit, and I'll look at replays, do whatever. But cool. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Oh man, for a second I thought I just had like everything muted this whole video, but I didn't. It's my desktop audio is really low. Okay, have a wonderful day.